I get more clients? Well, that is the exact question that I know most of you are wondering when you're starting a business, because it is one of the hottest topic. If we have more sales, we'll make more money in business and our stress will reduce. And so in this video, I want to share with you a few sales tips that I've learned throughout my years in business, especially now that I've got back into sales for 1 month while my sales consultant has gone overseas. And so I thought it would be very good timing for me to share some of the tips that has refreshed in my own mind. Well, first I want to share with you what it was like when I started out in business. I didn't really have a proper sales process, but just the willing to make sales. So I think ultimately how I was able to start a business and make sales is actually just being honest and being truthful. So, when I was starting out in a marketing agency, actually I just stumbled across that opportunity where someone said, hey, can you build me a website? I'm like, well, look, I don't really know how, but I can try. And I know that this is where you can find the person, and they normally charge this, but I'll charge you X amount of time. So overall, I remember knowing that I don't have that much expertise, but yet by being truthful to the clients of what I do know, how I'm about to go, how will I work on their project, and really explain it all. And it allowed the people to really build rapport and trust. And it also comes down to the way you talk to them, the way you connect with them, and they just feel like they trust you as a person, and they kind of wanted to support you in your business, even though they feel like they're taking a gamble. But of course, when you're starting out, you're not charging, a lot of money. You're just charging very, valuable amount, affordable. But still, it takes trust for people to give you a chance. Because if it's too cheap and yet they don't trust you, they're not going to give you the money. But so I think number one for me when I first started out was just really basing it on being as transparent and as truthful in sales as possible. So this leads me to saying sales is not about pitching and selling and going like, hey, buy this, convince this. So I'll just give you an example. Just a few weeks ago, I went to get a car wash, and I'm usually used to going to the car wash, ask them that they would ask me inside or out, deluxe or not. That's it. And so I said to them straight away that, hey, I just want outside and inside. And of course, I've been getting a car wash for a long time, so I know how to get a car wash done. But there was this guy in there that was trained to do sales for some reason, or he had to meet some target. And so he says, okay, ma'am, I know you need to do a car wash, but how about this? Would you like to add on a detailing, and I can do this and this and this? And then I said, no, not really. I don't really need it right now. I'm actually in a rush right now. Like I'm just dropping it off, so I need to go. He goes, oh yeah, I know. But just hear me out. It's just going to cost another $200. He didn't really hear me out because basically I said I'm in a rush. I'm just not in a space. But he didn't give up. He basically then said, wait. How about I do a deal? How about how often do you wash your car? I said, once in a while. And at the end of the day, it depends on if the car wash is actually good. And so I'm here today just to suss out if your car wash is good first. And he just went on to the deal again. He was like really pushy and said, how about if I share with you this deal where 10 washes, I'm going to throw in the $200 detailing, but it works out to be, let's say, $1,000. I was like, I'm so sorry. I'll try to be polite. I'm like, I don't want to buy anything so big today because I actually want to see how good your service is today, and then I'll have a think about it. And then he just didn't stop. He continued to push and push to the point where I'm like, oh my God, I don't want to come back here again. And then when I went back to pick up my car, can you believe that he tried again? He said, so have you thought about it yet? I have a better deal for you. How about it's half price now? You don't have to pay for like the 10 washes. You just have to pay for 5. And then I said, nah, I still no thank you because, I'm not here to spend a lot of money yet. I'm just here to I'm just not ready for it. And then he just didn't take no for an answer. And he said, how about if we give you another $50 discount? And it became such a desperate sell that I now question, are you dodgy? Are you a scam? Like you're just throwing any number at me. And so that is the one thing you shouldn't do in business, where you get desperate for the sale. You're not listening to the client's needs. You're not patient. You're trying to push your agenda, and it just looks so obvious that you're trying to take my money. So now I'm going to share with you what we do at our company, Outsourcing Angel, to give you some ideas on how you can implement in yours. So number one is we have a discovery call. So this is a call where it's based on just really understanding the client's needs and really listening to them. This is where it's all about building rapport, start off the conversation with even just connecting with, where they live, where their family, and just find a way to build like and trust. And then listening into their business problem and hearing beyond, what they have to say. It's not just like, what VA tasks do you need? It's like, how are you running your business right now? What are the challenges? What are your dreams? And just really listen out. And once we have that discovery session, I would then, and if the service is suitable for them, then I would present to them our sales deck. Now, with this sales deck, what we do is we really present to them who we are, what we can do, how we do it, and then explain all the value before we showcase our packages, so that, when you present these information in a very suitable order, it really builds up the story, because you don't want to start off with going, okay, so based on your task, this is the price. It ain't going to work. But you start off by going, okay, well, this is me. I've been in business for this long, and, my passion for building this business is based on this. This is what I do. This is the offering that we have. It's very different to the other. So you really share your unique differences, and then you have your packages at the end. And then what you need to do in a sales thing is you really need to think of a really kind of no-brainer action step, or what is the way that they can work with you where it feels like it's low risk. So what we do at our company is we allow people to work with us with a refundable deposit. So what it means is if they put a deposit down to work with us, we said that we're going to start working for them, giving them candidates, and should the candidates not work out for some reason, or they don't like any of candidates, we'll even refund the money. Or even our systemize and scale up service we have at Outsourcing Angel, we make it such a no-brainer that we said, look, if you want us to really, audit your system to see if we can improve your business, and you put a deposit, and if we have that session and we can't identify anything we can do for you, or you feel like it's not valuable, we'll refund that. And so it really gives people, no reason to not give us a go if they have the right budget for it. And one thing you can do in your sales, which we've only just added recently, actually, and I'm disappointed that we didn't think of this idea earlier, but you want to also create a matter of urgency. So what we do nowadays is we also go, look, these are the packages, but if you're, willing to sign up within 48 hours, we're going to incentivize you and give you 1 week VA service for free. And testing that recently has really worked, because I was wondering, why is it that clients who were, really excited about working with us can see that our solutions match the needs, and yet they weren't taking action immediately? It's because there is no consequences in taking the action now, or taking in a few weeks' time. And so one thing you need to do is think of what can you do to encourage them to take action earlier. So I've just given you tips on how to actually close the sale, but I think the most important lessons that I would love to share is that don't treat clients or sales as a product or as this transaction. Really think about them as people. And so, when I was doing sales back in the days, I'm still friends with those clients till today. It's because I genuinely care and loved the fact that they gave me a chance to work with me. I genuinely care about the success of their business, so I would keep in touch, we would catch up for a coffee, and I really want to see them succeed. And if you could treat your clients like that, then you will have them, become a raving fan, the advocate for you, and then they stay with you longer. But if you treat sales as, okay, I got the sale, now I'm just going to get my team to deliver, and then just forget about the clients and treat them as a number, then you'll see that you won't build a strong connection, and that the clients will not forgive you easily over little mistakes. Because if they like and trust you, and they see that you treat them beyond just a number, they will, forgive you for little mishap that you may have. And so it's so important to do that. And the other thing about sales is you want to think about it in a way that it's not just about the time that they spend with you on the sales call, but it's about the whole experience. So, prior to having a chat with you, how did you email them? Were you on time with scheduling the calls? Were you on time on the call? How about after you finished the sales call, did you send them the proposal on time, or did it take you another week to send the proposal? And if you needed a week to send the proposal, did you explain it early and kind of keep them updated? Because it's how we really treat them throughout the process that makes a difference. Because I'll tell you now, I just recently purchased a car, and we know the bad reputation in car dealerships. So number one is they lie a lot. They, promise you the world, but they under deliver. But then once I made a deposit, I have no idea what's going on. Like, they're not keeping me updated, and I have to keep following up. And so the experience is poor, and I just feel like it's such a shame, because if I liked you, I would be referring more people to you. And so you want your clients to be your sales rep for you. And so that's why it's important to really think through your whole sales process. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope I've given you some insights into sales. If you have any questions, let me know. I'd love to hear in the comments below. But I just wanted to share you these practical tips, especially things that I use in my business so that it can help you. But if you are curious about how to build your team, maybe you are in sales but you need some admin support, check out my company Outsourcing Angel, because we can help you over there to hire sales admin people as well. But otherwise, I'll see you again in the next video.